Quality Inspired Management, IET 419, Morehead State University, Applied Engineering and Technology Department. Group Project 1, Fall 2011. This is Group 3, and those members are Sidney Cox, Rex Hawkey, Ben Winning, and Steve Roberts. This is an interview at MWV Specialty Chemicals, Wycliffe Carbon Plant, Wycliffe, Kentucky. Who are you and what do you do? All right, we'd like to start off by thanking you for the opportunity to talk to you this afternoon. And probably the most logical place to start would be to find out who you are and what you do.
All right. My name is Patrick Weeks, and again, it's my pleasure to be available for this. I am the production manager at the carbon plant in Wycliffe, Kentucky for Midwest Waco. And I do not need to answer that, so we can just continue on. My job here is to make sure that the production schedules are met. I have a number of direct reports that work for me that are coordinators for the different areas of the plant, and I'm also responsible for all of the hourly workers that work at this facility as well.
MWV Specialty Chemicals is a leading supplier of new char activated carbon, serving the water, beverage, food, sweetener, pharmaceutical, chemical, gas, air, and environmental industries. Our wood-based carbons are used in the absorption process to remove impurities from fluids and gases. MWV operates the world's two largest wood-based activated carbon plants in Covington, Virginia, and Wycliffe, Kentucky, to provide customers around the world with a dependable product supply. Some inputs for the process are sawdust and virgin acid. Some process outputs are size activated granular carbon and activated powdered carbon. MWV's Wycliffe Carbon Plant is a high-performance work organization with a self-directed workforce guided by area managers and daily operating instructions. What do you consider your style of management to be?
Well, if you're actually talking about a business style of management, there's several out there. I'd have to consider myself probably what they consider democratic. I believe it's important to have communications both ways, allow the individuals that work under me to be able to come to me and have good communications, and then in return empower them to be able to do their job effectively and complete projects at their own pace.
Our activated carbon products are derived from wood, assuring greater purity and superior performance through higher surface area and pore volume per gram than other raw material alternatives. The consistent quality and renewable resource availability of our raw material are in increasing demand. What do you consider your vision of quality?
My personal vision of quality is supplying the customers with a on-spec product, using continuous improvement to continually improve our processes here in the plant, an on-time product, giving the customers what they need.
All right. What is your quality mission?
The quality mission, the mission statement for MWV is to continually improve the value and the reliability of our product and services to the customer, and continually improving our processes as well.
Quality techniques used at MWV's Wickliffe Carbon facility include in-process testing, end product testing, segregation, and statistical process control. What are some of the techniques that we use here at MWV to ensure quality?
To ensure a quality product arrives at our customers, we have in-process testing where we sample the product in process at several different locations to make sure that the process stays in control. Then we do final product testing. As the product comes off the end of the line, it's tested again to make sure that those specifications are met prior to shipping to the customer. If they aren't met, then we also use segregation to segregate the products, keep the off-spec out of the on-spec the stream. So we have that safeguard in place as well. We use statistical process control. That allows us to keep our process in control. We use that for both in-process and final product testing.
Six Sigma is a set of practices developed by Motorola that has widespread application in the systematic improvement of industrial processes by identifying and removing sources of variation. How do you use the Six Sigma process to improve quality?
We started looking at Six Sigma in about 2004, 2005. We had several people go through the training. One of the individuals here took on a quality project. It was around the pH control of our product. We have different pH values that different customers want, some non-neutralized, some neutralized, and some even on the high side of neutral. They took on the project of looking at that control and trying to improve upon that, looking at the cost of poor quality. What was that costing us? Some of the things that they looked at were the in-process measurements for pH. We saw some improvements there. They also looked at the lab measurements and were able to find some improvements in the lab as well.
Some Six Sigma resources and tools are a project champion, normally a Six Sigma black belt, a mentor, who is normally a Six Sigma master black belt, Minitab statistical software, and skilled technicians. What are some of the resources and tools used in the Six Sigma process?
The Six Sigma process, I'll just use the pH control project for an example. As far as the people that were involved in that, we used the on-site champion for Six Sigma. He was involved in scoping out the project, make sure it was a viable project. We used, there was a off-site master black belt available to mentor the project and see it through the grading process. E&I department was involved because of the calibration of the equipment in the field. Several of our lab technicians were involved as well through gauge R&R studies, looking at the repeatability and for the instrumentation in the lab. Minitab was used extensively through looking at the variability in the process. Several other parts of the Minitab were used as far as two-sample t-tests and other statistical tools were also used.
Was that a successful project?
Yes, it was. We were able to come up with some very good improvements as far as the calibration procedures of the process, the instrumentation in the field. There were some problems where we were calibrating with a buffer solution that was not the best pH range. They were also able to do some improvements in the lab. I believe one of the improvements they came up with was actually stirring the sample during testing as opposed to an unstirred sample. It just yielded a better, more repeatable pH value.
All right. I would like to close this out today by again thanking you for your time and the opportunity to talk to you about your personal vision of quality and the company's stance on quality and the use of Six Sigma to verify that quality.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. MWV Specialty Chemicals serves the automotive, drinking water, and energy storage carbon markets and partners with Hercules Paper Technologies to serve the pulp and paper industry for activated carbon, air purification, asphalt additives, dispersants, pine chemicals, and publications ink resin. The student members of Group 3 would like to thank Patrick Weeks, production manager, for taking time out of his busy schedule to participate in our quality-inspired management project.